Okay, I'm kind of in a rush right now, so I have my breakfast here, and I'm gonna have my oatmeal as well, and so I'll include that in these macros. I just realized I did not weigh myself today, so I'll do that when I get upstairs, but actually I should probably do that like right now. So I'll put my weight up, and I'll put the macros for this meal, and this is including the oatmeal, which I'll put a picture of right here. And then also I'm having 2 bananas right now, but I'm gonna include the third banana that I'm gonna take to work, that I'm gonna have before I go to the gym. So that'll be like all in the macros right now. But yeah, I kind of have to eat this quickly so I'm not late. So I will see y'all when I am back at home after I've gone to work and gone to the gym. Goodbye. Okay, hello. I don't know what time it is, honestly. It's probably like around 6 or maybe 7. But I have my second meal today. But first, before I eat this, I want to talk about something crazy that happened at work today, which is the fact that I got cussed out by a customer. So basically what happened is I was alone. Like, I was running the whole entire store by myself. Like, not that I'm complaining, because we're not like really busy like that. Like, that's why that's a possibility. But I was by myself, right? And I had the option to close the lobby, but usually we post a sign up, and I didn't know that we had like made posters that we could put up to close the lobby that said the lobby's closed, go through the drive-through. I didn't know we had those, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the lobby open, and I'll just deal with the drive-through and the lobby at the same time. And so basically every time a car comes through the drive-through, like, you hear a beep on the headset. And so a guy walks in, and I'm taking an order already on the drive-through, and I basically say to him, like, I'll be right with you. And he's like, yeah, like, okay, like, take your time. He says, yeah, take your time. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, right, I'm gonna take the order that I'm taking in the drive-through. And so as I'm cashing him out, it beeps again, so that there's another car behind that one. And so I start taking that order while I'm cashing the guy out, right, like at the drive-through. And so I take like the drive-through order, I start packing the next like car's order, and the guy's still in the front. And then another car comes in before I finish that second car, right? So it's 3 cars now. And like in my head, I'm thinking like, I'll take this person's order, but I'll get the guy at the front first before I like cash him out or pack their order. And so I walked back to the front, right? And there's no one there. And I was like, oh, like, okay, I guess like he just left, right? And so like I'm finishing the third car's order. And also, okay, the second car that came through that I helped was a black lady. And you'll understand why that's even worth mentioning in a sec. So I'm giving the third guy his order, right? Like, I'm cashing him out, and then I hear the beep again. So I click like the thing to take the order, and I'm like, you know, hi, what can I get for you? And the guy's like, absolutely fucking nothing. Like, how the fuck are you gonna take that black lady's order before me? And like he basically just said that, and I was like I didn't say anything, obviously, because like, why would I? But he was like, I'm gonna call fucking corporate, like, you fucking bitch. And then he just like drove off. Oh man, I should have wrote down what he said, because like it was so like he was just crashing out over that, basically, which is crazy. And yeah, that's the whole story, basically. I didn't say anything, but like I was just like there. I was like, you know, just sitting there. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's technically my fault for like, yeah, taking 3 orders before him, but like I'm not about to let these people sit in the drive-through, like, think that no one's here, you know? But I don't know. Me personally, I would never do that. Like, I would just wait at the front until, because it's obvious I'm the only person there. Like, I would just wait till they're done and not busy, like a normal civilian. But yeah, it was too much to ask for that guy. I don't know why he had to mention that the lady I helped before him was black too. So I don't know, maybe that's what set him off. But yeah, that guy cursed the hell out of me. But I thought it was pretty funny. So, and also I thought that was worth sharing. But I don't want my food to get cold, so here's the macros. And let me show y'all this beautiful meal of chicken, potatoes, kale. So I have like 500-ish calories left for the day. So I'm probably just gonna have like a huge yogurt bowl later. But I do still need to edit yesterday's video, today's video, read, and that's really it. Honestly, I should probably do my exam that's due tomorrow, but I could always do that tomorrow when it's due. So yeah, anyways, I'm low-key starving. So I already did legs. I did my 45 minutes of cardio, which was honestly pretty difficult. I mean, probably because it was leg day. But I stretched, so I did all that. So all I have left is to read and edit the videos. So yeah, I will see y'all when I am talking about what I read, or yeah, I mean, talking about what I read. I don't know what else I'd be doing. Oh, I mean, I could be eating my yogurt bowl, but I guess you'll see what I'm doing in the next 2 seconds. Goodbye. Hello, you, and welcome to me talking about what I read. So I made my dinner as well, which is a yogurt bowl, of course, and a calorically hefty one at that. And the reason it's so calorically hefty is because I, of course, fast tomorrow until basically 12. Also, good news. When I went to work today, we had cold brew concentrate, which is what we use to make the cold brew donuts, and then we had a like a label that said cold brew on the donut stand. So you know what that means. That means more cold brew donuts are coming soon. And I have to spread the word with those. So, well, actually, I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, let's talk about what needs to be talked about, and that is what I read today, which is Numbers chapter 15 and 16. So Numbers chapter 15 is more kind of just instructions towards the Israelites. So I'll read this summary / explanation. It says, Numbers chapter 15 provides instructions for the Israelites, focusing on the laws for offerings and the consequences for different types of sin given after their rebellion in chapter 14. The chapter details the mandatory grain and drink offerings that must accompany various sacrifices, establishes separate rules for unintentional sins versus presumptuous sins, and commands the use of blue tassels on garments as a perpetual reminder of God's commandments. This chapter bridges a gap between a disobedient generation and their children, providing the younger generation with new guidance as they prepare to enter the promised land. So yeah, basically they tell them that they have to like do more additional sacrifices on top of or more additional offerings on top of their like offerings, if that makes sense. And it says that like even like the Israelites as well as the aliens that reside among them, they all have to do the same thing, right? Because like they're all equal. And then Numbers chapter 16 was actually pretty interesting, and it's just more rebellion, unfortunately. So Numbers chapter 16 explains a rebellion against Moses and Aaron, which is led by Korah, a Levite, and his followers. The rebels challenged Moses and Aaron's authority, claiming that all the Israelites were holy and that Moses and Aaron had exalted themselves. So they're basically saying, well, I'll tell you what they say as a matter of fact. Oh my gosh, flashbang me, why don't you? Holding an assembly against Moses and Aaron, they said, "You go too far, the whole community, all of them are holy, the Lord is in their midst. Why then should you set yourselves over the Lord's assembly?" So they're kind of like saying, like, why are you any better than us if the Lord resides among all of us? And so Moses heard this and he fell prostrate. He then said to Korah and to all his faction, "May the Lord make known tomorrow morning who belongs to him and who is the Holy One, and whom he will have draw near to him. The one whom he chooses will have draw near to him. Do this, take your censers, Korah and all his faction, and put fire in them, and place incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. He whom the Lord then chooses is the Holy One. You Levites go too far." So remember, the Levites weren't counted when they were counting like the war-ready men, because the Levites were like the holy people that were meant to maintain the tabernacle. So they were closer to the Lord, if you really think about it, or they literally were. So anyways, the chapter describes a severe divine judgment that followed, with an earthquake swallowing the rebels, fire from heaven consuming 250 others, and a subsequent plague killing 14,700 more, grumbling against Moses after the initial judgment. So when it talks about the earthquake swallowing the rebels, basically, where is it? Moses, followed by the elders of Israel, arose and went to Dathan and Abiram. So let me tell you where Adon and Abiram come in. So basically it says, Moses summoned Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, but they answered, "We will not go. Are you not satisfied that you have brought us here from a land flowing with milk and honey to have us perish in the wilderness, that now you must also lord it over us, far from bringing us to a land flowing with milk and honey, or giving us fields and vineyards for our inheritance? Will you gouge out our eyes? No, we will not go." Then Moses became very angry and said to the Lord, "Pay no attention to their offering. I have never taken a single donkey from them, nor have I wronged any of them." So Moses basically goes to Dathan and Abiram, and they basically deny him as well. And so then it says, Moses said to Korah, "You and all your faction shall appear before the Lord tomorrow, you and they, and Aaron too. Then each of you take his own censer, put incense in it, and present it before the Lord, 250 censers, and you and Aaron, each with his own censer, do the same." So each of them took their censers, and laying incense on the fire they had put in them, they took their stand by the entrance of the tent of meeting, along with Moses and Aaron. Then when Korah had assembled all the community against them at the entrance of the tent of meeting, the glory of the Lord appeared to the entire community. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Stand apart from this community, that I may consume them at once." But they fell prostrate and exclaimed, "O God, God of the spirits of all living creatures, if one man sins, will you be angry with the whole community?" The Lord answered Moses, "Speak to the community and tell them, withdraw from the area around the tent of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." So the Lord's basically saying, if you're still loyal to me, steer clear of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, because they are just consumed by sin, basically. And so the last part of this chapter is titled "The Punishment of Dathan and Abiram," and it basically says, Moses, followed by the elders of Israel, arose and went to Dathan and Abiram. Then he spoke to the community, "Move away from the tents of these wicked men, and do not touch anything that is theirs, otherwise you too will be swept away because of all their sin." And so then Moses says, "This is how you shall know that the Lord sent me to do all I have done, and that it is not of my own devising." So he's basically saying, like, this is me proving to y'all that I am sent by the Lord. Like, this isn't my own selfish doing, basically. And it says, "If these die an ordinary death, merely suffering the fate common to all humanity, the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord makes a chasm, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them with all belonging to them, and they go down alive to Sheol, then you will know that these men have spurned the Lord." And it literally says, no sooner had he finished saying all this, than the ground beneath them split open. So right after he says this, the ground just splits open and swallows them, which is the earthquake that is just mentioned, that swallows them up. So I don't know what Sheol is, but we're about to find out. Oh, okay, so in the Bible, Sheol is a Hebrew term for the underworld, or the realm of the dead, to which all souls go upon death, regardless of whether they were righteous or wicked. So that is crazy. And then it says, they went down alive to Sheol with all belonging to them. The earth closed over them, and they disappeared from the assembly. But all the Israelites near them fled at their shrieks, saying, "The earth might swallow us too." And then the last part of this chapter is the punishment of Korah, and it says, "And fire from the Lord came forth, which consumed 250 men who were offering the incense." So these people were packed up, basically, essentially, for their betrayal. And yeah, that is what I read today. That's a pretty crazy chapter 16, or last chapter that I just read. But it's 9:30. I'm gonna dominate this yogurt bowl, and then I think I might edit today's video. I might not. I really should, but I also just want to go to bed, if I'm being honest. So I don't know. I'll probably edit today's video anyways, or I'll probably like transfer the footage while I'm eating. But that's enough yapping for today. Here's the macros for my dinner. And I wonder if y'all can see this. Oh, I just spilled blueberries all over my desk. Embarrassing. Okay, anyways, yeah, so that's the yogurt bowl. And yeah, okay, here's the macros for the whole day. And yeah, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, like if you want, comment if you want, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 63. Goodbye.